Family farming used to be one of the ways indigenous communities came together. They practiced pangakat, which is when community members come together to do farm work. Traditional meal of native chicken soup and upland rice were usually prepared and shared with everyone. This made the farm work not only more efficient, but also joyful. It brought people together, as even children participate doing lighter tasks and errands. There is no expected monetary compensation. Only when harvest time comes that the people involved during planting will have a share in the harvest as a gesture of gratitude to community and to the land. This was one of the ways communities ensured food security back then, a way of caring for each other. However, following the logging era of the 1970s to the 1990s, many forest lands were opened and later converted into large farms and plantations that were characterized with monocropping and expansive chemical-based agriculture. Because of this, farm labor became almost exclusively monetized, taking away traditions of communal or collective farming. Small-scale farmers had to adopt artificial agricultural inputs, including seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides sold by big companies, even if doing so left them in a vicious cycle of debt from large agribusiness creditors and the notorious middlemen. The destruction of the land, water, and biodiversity, as exacerbated by the impacts of climate change, is undeniable. But the impact on the indigenous values and tradition are not always recognized.
Bukidnon Seed Stewards is a flagship project of the Salumayag Youth Collective for Forest, an indigenous youth and women-led initiative that works with upland communities to steward their ancestral lands through regenerative practices and narratives. The project will consist of 4 phases. First, dialogue, which includes community consultations. Second, training, involving an in-service training course on seed banking in the context of upland Bukidnon. Third is management, where the seed stewards and graduates from the training program will operationalize the community seed bank. And fourth is education, where a field guide will be shared broadly to inspire others to start seed banking in their own communities. Seed banking is more than just the practice of collecting and preserving seeds to promote its genetic and cultural value. It is also an opportunity for communities to reflect on the changes in their farming and food culture over the years and evaluate the impacts and drivers of said changes. As upland communities face exponential risks and threats on food security, seed banking is also a way to empower the communities to lead solutions that are rooted in their traditional knowledge and wisdom while nurturing participatory leadership of local farmers, women, and youth.
The seed banking experience has reinforced that the manubong kulamanan traditional knowledge in food system and farming practices contribute to the shift needed to respond to the persisting food crisis. The training sessions are not just a learning space, but also a way for community to reconnect with each other and with their land and biodiversity in a meaningful way. Women form the majority of the Bukidnon Seed Stewards. It is their voice and leadership that will carry the mission of seed saving forward and will ensure that the lessons they are learning are being applied in their family's day-to-day life.
Seed saving is a way to reconnect with oneself, including our cultural identity as indigenous peoples. Deepening one's appreciation of seeds parallels our own acknowledgement of our belonging to the land. Seed saving is about sharing. This may mean seed swapping, but also the sharing of knowledge from communities in how they adapt to the current realities of climate change and biodiversity loss. These are important inputs that should be included in the broader dialogue about nature-based solutions and community-based natural resource management and leadership.